Yo guys, welcome to Ashton Fitness. Today I'm going to be reacting to Andrea Larosa's training. No, this is not going to be one of those cringeworthy reaction videos with over-exaggerated reactions with just hella acting for YouTube. This is just going to be my honest take on Andrea Larosa's training, and it's also basically just to highlight how he trains, because as a calisthenics athlete I find it really interesting to see how other athletes train. So yeah, I'm sure that you will too. So that is the whole point of this reaction video, and I'll just be giving a little bit of insight into what he's training and how he's training as well, and which muscle groups he's working and all this kind of stuff. So yeah, it will be a cool video, and yes, let's begin. So this video is called Andrea Larosa Ultimate Upper Body Workout Circuit. This is insane. I've seen this video before. My guy starts off by doing 35 handstand push-ups. Do you know how mad that? Listen, this guy is the handstand push-up king, and it's so inspiring to watch because he can do it on everything. He can do it on the floor, he can do it on a straight bar, he can do it on parallel bars, you name it, he's got it. I'm surprised he hasn't got a one arm. That's a good point. No one has ever done a one arm handstand push-up. Boy, that will be him. This will be the guy to do it, because his handstand push-up game is next level. Look, I'm still talking and he's still doing handstand push-ups, like it's crazy. His shoulder strength is unbelievable, and it's really inspiring to watch. So obviously he's working his front delts here a lot. With handstand push-ups, you're also working your upper back, and you're also working a tiny bit of tricep as well. Like I felt it in my triceps after training. But yeah, you're predominantly working shoulders with that. This guy's strength and endurance is next level. But I'll tell you what is nice, and what is quite reassuring as well. And I'm gonna kind of highlight this in his other workout clips. He actually spends a lot of time on the basics, which is really cool. Because obviously you hear a lot of people saying, oh yeah, you need to master the basics to progress. There's a reason why everyone says that. Like, and he says it in his Q&As. People like Hannibal for King say it all the time. Like, there's a reason why people say that, and it's because you have to master your basics in order to progress. And it's just nice to see that he obviously, like, even though he is doing planches on the bars and 35 handstand push-ups in a row, like, he's still going back to his basics and sharpening them and working on them, because you need them. They are the foundations. Like, you can't build a good house without strong foundations. Like, it's impossible. So you need those push-ups, you need those pull-ups, you need those dips to build that strong foundation to be able to start building above that and start getting to your planches and front levers and all that kind of stuff. So I know it sounds a bit like kind of old man advice. It's like, you always get those people like, oh, come on, do your basics, do these little exercises, but they say that for a reason. They work. So anyway, on to the next clip. What have we got next? So this next video is called Training on Rings is Hard. You're damn right it's hard. Boy, I remember when I was at my strongest before my motorbike accident. I was training obviously a lot, and like I could do dips easily, like straight bar dips, parallel bar dips, everything. When I tried dips on rings, yeah, boy, next level. It was nuts. Training on rings is hard, and if Andrea Larosa is saying this, you better listen. But that's also encouragement, because if training on rings is hard, that means harder skills equals you're gonna get stronger and you're gonna build more muscles. So yeah, try and incorporate some rings training into your routine, because I don't even have a set of rings, and that is intentionally, because I'm still trying to kind of get over this last little bit of injury. But yeah, when I do, I'm definitely getting rings, because they do take your strength to the next level. Like, it's crazy. So he's just started off, I guess this is kind of part of his warm-up. He's just doing some handstand drills on these parallel bars. But I mean, his warm-up is most people's like dream. Like, he's doing, look at these handstand drills. This is insane. He's doing kind of like a cross grip handstand. I'm sure there's a better name for it. But look, he's just transitioned into a handstand like it's nothing. Like, okay, let me break down the evolution of the handstand so you can appreciate how nuts this actually is. So you've got the handstand on the floor, so just with your hands on the floor, that's like level 1. Then you've got, let's say, the handstand on parallettes, so you're using like parallel bars, and obviously it's a little bit harder because you're not using your fingers to help you balance so much, you're just using kind of like the fleshy parts of your palms to help you balance. And rather than being able to adjust your balance in kind of like all planes of movement, so like from left to right and front to back, you can only adjust your balance from front to back on parallel bars. That's like, let's say, level 2. Then you've got, I guess, a straight bar handstand. That's level 3. Again, you've got less, because at least with the parallel bar handstand, you can adjust you've got kind of more hand to adjust, you've got all of this part of your hand to adjust your balance. Whereas in the straight bar handstand, you've only got this much hand to balance with. So from going from this much hand to this much hand, it's a little bit shorter. So yeah, it's much harder to balance in that straight bar handstand. And again, you can only really adjust your balance like forward and backwards. So that's like level 3. Then you've got perhaps the one arm handstand after that, and then you've got like this cross grip handstand that he's doing. This handstand is so hard because the benefit of being able to kind of do a handstand with your hands kind of shoulder width is that it kind of makes it a little bit easier because they're shoulder width and you can kind of adjust your balance a little bit easier. But when your hands are together like this, like it's so much harder to balance. And like to be able to kind of do like a close grip handstand on the floor is hard enough in itself. To do one on the bar is just insane because again, you've only got that tiny little range of balance, and then your hands are close to your body like this, so you don't have the benefit of being able to adjust your balance in this way. You just literally have like the tiniest point of balance, and it's insane. So again, this is why I wanted to do this reaction video, because I just wanted to showcase like how nuts this actually is. So yeah, let's continue. This is the level that I want to get to one day, man. This is the level that we all dream of getting to. And again, just straight into the planche. He's loving life. He's just cruising up there. There we go, straight into the crossed arm handstand again. And then he goes for the L-sit. He's got a sick L-sit, V-sit. He's got a sick V-sit, but yeah, he doesn't quite make it there. So now we're on the rings. He is just doing a Maltese planche on the rings like it's nothing. Straight into that iron cross, L-sit iron cross. Insane, so inspirational. And again, with the Maltese, look at the way his shoulders are bulging, like he's got such thick shoulders. Awesome, straight into that iron cross, lovely. And look at the form as well, look at the control. That's what I really admire in a calisthenics athlete. I really admire control. Like everyone, so many people can do calisthenics moves kind of with momentum and everything else, but my main inspiration when I first started was actually Hannibal for King, and what I admired in his training the most was his control. And I find it really, really inspirational when a calisthenics athlete has just got that control down and they make it look easy, because that's how you know A, they've mastered it, and B, like they are just strong as hell. Because to do calisthenics moves, everyone can do a muscle up. Well, not everyone, but I mean, it's most people when they learn the muscle up, they will be able to do it with just momentum and like thrusting the knees up and everything else and getting a lot of momentum. That's cool. If you first start, that's what you need to do. However, there are levels to the muscle up. Like you have the kind of level 1 where you're kind of throwing everything into it. You're getting all your momentum into that muscle up. And then you got like other levels where you start to reduce the momentum and you start to reduce the kind of force behind your knees, like trying to really thrust your knees up. And yeah, you start to clean up the muscle up, and then you start to use less momentum and less swing and everything else. And then you just get those people who can just clean out muscle ups with no momentum, and it's just pure control all the way up, all the way down. Likewise with front levers, like you get some people who can just like, who will do a front lever and it's like, I'm guilty of this, like I'll just jump into it and kind of hold it and I'll be shaking and all this kind of stuff. But then you get other people like Andrea Larosa, Hannibal for King, like they'll just lower themselves down into that front lever and just hold that, and that's beautiful to see. So I love that. So this next video is called Unboxing and Full Back Workout. The reason why I wanted to isolate this workout in particular was because he combines calisthenics with weights. Some people think that you should only do one or the other. Like some people are like, oh, I'm only doing calisthenics, oh, I'm only doing weights. You can combine them both. Like there's no rule that says that you can't. And in fact, like I would actually encourage it because you can get great benefits out of both. So yeah, this is interesting because he's doing both. He does say in a Q&A that he only does calisthenics, and I'll believe that. But in this video, he's doing weights and calisthenics. So that's why I wanted to pull it up, because you can do both and obviously you can make it work. And here's an example of how he's making it work. So let's roll on. So here he's doing these wide grip pull-ups. Obviously wide grip pull-ups, they're going to be working your lats, they're going to be working your biceps, a little bit of your shoulders, a little bit of rear delts, and they're going to be working a little bit of your upper back as well. And then he's just supersetting that with these rows, and again that's just hitting the middle to upper back. This is a good superset actually, because with the pull-ups you're going to be working mainly your lats, but with these rows you're going to be working your upper back, so you're getting that total back workout with this superset, which is really nice. And again, he's doing these movements quite explosively. Signature Andrea Larosa, just doing everything just like that, easy. Good posture on the rows as well, very nice. Third set, shirts come off. Look at him, ripped. He's got such a sick physique. Like, he is physique goals. For me, like, I would love to have this guy's physique. I'm working on it, but there we go. There's that pain face. He's pushing through that pain barrier right there. And this is what you should be doing in your training as well. Push through that pain barrier, because it's in the last few reps, that's where the gains are made. Arnold Schwarzenegger talks about it. He's like, that's what separates the boys from the champions, basically. Like, the champions are the ones who push through those last few reps, even though they hurt, even though they're painful, even though like you want to give up. Don't, because it's in that threshold that you're going to make the most progress. And obviously, train smart, train consciously, always make that mind-muscle connection. Listen to your body as well. If you know that you really can't do anymore, don't force it, because yeah, that's when you can get injured. But it's just about knowing your body, and you'll learn that through experience. So here he's just doing these super explosive close grip pull-ups. Amazing. Look at that, chest to bar as well. It's difficult to do chest to bar pull-ups. It's much harder than a regular kind of chin to bar pull-up. And then he's just supersetting that with these wide grip lat pull downs. Again, working the lats. And with the close grip, he's going to be working a little bit more bicep and back as well, but in a slightly different way, because when you change your grip, you work your muscles in slightly different ways. So that's why it's beneficial to use different grips. Like, he's using a combination of wide grips, close grips, neutral grips. So yeah, he's getting that complete back workout. And now he's gone on to these Australian pull-ups. And again, it's just nice to see, it's reassuring to see that someone like Andrea Larosa, who is obviously insanely strong, goes back to the basics. Like, he's doing Australian pull-ups, and he's obviously cleaning through them. They're going to be quite easy for him, but yeah, he's still doing those basic moves. And Australian pull-ups, like, if you're a beginner, it's one of those skills that you're going to have to do. If you can't do your pull-up, you're going to have to do Australian pull-ups to build the strength. Well, you don't have to, but it's one of the skills that I'd really recommend to build the strength to be able to get that first pull-up. And even if you can do a few pull-ups and you want to increase your pull-up reps, if you want to hit that 10 pull-up milestone, do Australian pull-ups, because they work your back muscles, they work your biceps, and that strength will translate into being able to do full range of motion pull-ups later on down the line. So they really do help. I think I'm going to stop the video here because I've been rambling for a long time, but hopefully you found that interesting, hopefully you found it insightful, because like I said at the beginning, it's always just nice to see how other calisthenics athletes train, and yeah, hopefully you kind of found like my take and my kind of analysis on this quite interesting, and hopefully you learned something new as well, because yeah, it's just really cool to see how someone like this trains, because he's obviously so far ahead of most people, including myself, that it's just like, you want to see how he trains so that you can kind of get little tips and tricks for your own training. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave me a comment and let me know if it helped you, if you want to see more of this, if you want to see me react to other calisthenics athletes, because I'm definitely going to be doing one for Hannibal for King, because he is my original inspiration. My top 2 inspirations at the moment are, or should I say my top 2 all-time inspirations are Andrea Larosa and Hannibal for King. Love them, love the way they train, love their physiques. So yeah, I'm definitely doing one with Hannibal for King, but if you want me to do a reaction video with someone else, then let me know. Also, hey, do you like this t-shirt? I do. This t-shirt was given to me by Izzy Bindi Clothing. Woo! Listen to that. That is my first sponsorship, and I am so happy because these shirts are so nice. I got 2 of these performance t-shirts, no, 4 of these performance t-shirts from them, and then I got a really cool hoodie. You guys will see it in another one of my videos at some point. But yeah, like, they're really, really nice stuff. Like Izzy Bindi Clothing, check them out. I'll leave a link to their website in the description of this video. And yeah, shouts out to them, man, because honestly, really, really nice stuff, really high quality. I've done loads of workouts in them, and yeah, they're really, really nice. So, and Izzy Bindi means brave in Zulu, which is quite cool. It's a nice little fact. So yeah, really, really cool stuff. Check them out, and yeah, I'm really happy to be sponsored by them, because yeah, super sick company, cool logo as well. So yeah, if you enjoy this shirt, you can get one down in the description. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next video. It might not be a reaction video, probably will be a tutorial, but yes, I will see you regardless. In a bit, yeah.